Hello everyone, welcome. We will start with class 6 geography, chapter 5, the major domains of the earth. In this chapter, we would be understanding the basic aspects of major domains of the earth. We will move forward to understand this concept in detail. Human beings can live on earth because the life sustaining elements of land, water, air are present, and earth is a habitable zone because sustaining elements like land, water and air are present. The surface of earth is a complex zone in which three main components of the environment meet, overlap, the interact. And solid portion of earth on which we live we call as lithosphere, solid portion of the earth like soil, land, and gaseous layer that surround the earth is the atmosphere, and gaseous layer we call as atmosphere. And water covers a big area of the earth's surface, and this area is called hydrosphere. Which is water, we call this water hydrosphere. We have oceans, and earth is covered 2/3 portion full of water, and earth is a blue planet. We call earth is a blue planet because water is greater than land. The biosphere is the narrow zone where we find land, water, air together, which contain all forms. Let's see what is biosphere. And you can see the interaction of three zones: atmosphere, which is air; hydrosphere, which is water; lithosphere, which is earth. The interaction of three zones will form the biosphere. It is where human beings, the living, will possible. And let's see what is lithosphere. Lithosphere, it comprises the rocks of earth crust and thin layer of soil that contains nutrients, elements which sustain organisms. There are two main divisions of earth's surface. The large landmass are known as continents, and huge water bodies are called ocean basin. Two main divisions of the earth's surface, which is first one is land mass. Second one is ocean basins. All the oceans of the world are connected with one another. All the land masses connected with one another. The level of seawater remains the same everywhere. Elevation of land is measured from the level of sea, which is taken as 0, and we measure the land altitude by taking sea level from sea level as 0, and everywhere seawater remains the same level. The highest mountain peak, Mount Everest, is 8,848 meters above the sea level. We measure from the sea level, and we take a sea level as a 0, and we will measure from the sea level. And if we and the mountain peak, Mount Everest, is 8,848 meters. The greatest depth of 11,022 meters, which is Mariana Trench in the Pacific Ocean. Do you know Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay Sherpa were the first man to climb the highest mountain peak, Mount Everest, on the planet Earth on, remember that, 29th May 1953. Janko Tabei, Japan, was the first woman to reach the summit on 16th May 1975, the first Indian woman to climb the highest peak on 23rd May 1984 was Bachidri Pal. And you can see this is a land area we call as lithosphere, and the ocean we call hydrosphere, and this all the land area, this all the oceanic area. Continents. There are 7 major continents. These are separated by large water bodies. These continents are: first one Asia, second one Europe, third one Africa, fourth one North America, fifth one South America, and sixth one is Australia and Antarctica. That are greatest part of land masses lie in the northern hemisphere. Asia is the largest continent. It covers about one third of total land area of the earth. The continent lies in the eastern hemisphere. The Tropic of Cancer passes through this continent. Asia is separated from Europe by Ural Mountain on the west, and combined landmass of Europe and Asia is called Eurasia. Remember this. The Asia is the biggest landmass and one third of total area, and the Tropic of Cancer passes through this continent, and Asia is separated from Europe by Ural Mountains on the west, and we call combination of landmass of Europe and Asia we call Eurasia, and India is in Asian continent, and Europe is much smaller than Asia. The continents lie to the west of Asia, and see here, this is Asia, this is Europe. Europe lies west of Asia, and it is bound by water bodies on 3 sides. Look at the map of the world and locate it, and see here, it is bound by 3 sides, bound by water by 3 sides. You can see one side is land and 3 sides is water. Africa is the second largest continent after Asia. The equator or 0 degrees latitude runs almost through the middle of the continent. A large part of Africa lies in the northern hemisphere. 0 degrees latitude runs almost the middle of the continent, and this is the largest part is in northern hemisphere, and it is the only continent through which the Tropic of Cancer and the equator and Tropic of Capricorn passes. Remember, in the African continent, Tropic of Capricorn 23 degrees north, equator 0 degrees and 23 degrees south will passes through this African continent. North America is the third largest continent of the world, and it is linked to South America by a very narrow strip of land called the Isthmus of Panama. I will show the Isthmus of Panama in the map. One second, and see here, this is the Isthmus of Panama. The continent lies completely in the northern and western hemisphere. These 3 oceans surround this continent. South America, see here, this is Isthmus of Panama, and North America is surrounded by 3 oceans. South America lies mostly in the southern hemisphere. The Andes, world's longest mountain ranges, runs through its its length from the north to south. South America has the world largest river, the Amazon. Amazon is in South America continent. And Australia is the smallest continent that lies entirely in the ocean, southern hemisphere. It is surrounded on the all sides by the ocean and seas. It is called as island continent. We call Australia is a island continent because the continent is totally surrounded by the oceans and seas. And Antarctica, completely in the southern hemisphere, is a huge continent. The south pole lies almost the center of the continent. I will show you in the map. See here, this is the Australia and totally surrounded by the seas and ocean, and this is the Antarctica, which is in southern pole. It is completely covered with ice. Antarctica, completely in the southern hemisphere, is a huge continent. The south pole lies almost at the center of its continent. As it is located in the south polar region, it is permanently covered with the thick ice sheets because the sunlight will not reach the Antarctica, and there will be 6 months days and 6 months night over Antarctica. There are no permanent human settlements there because they are unsustainable for humans because they completely covered with ice. Many countries have research stations in Antarctica. In our India has research centers stations there. They named as Maitri, Dakshina, Gangotri. Remember these names: Maitri, Dakshina, Gangotri, and one another is Bharati also. Hydrosphere. Hydrosphere is which is related to water. Hydro is water. The Earth is called the blue planet. More than 71% of Earth is covered with water and 29% is with land. Remember this: 29% is with land and 71% of the Earth is covered with water. Hydrosphere consists of water in all its forms, has running water in oceans and rivers and in lakes, ice in glaciers, underground water, the water vapor in atmosphere, all comprises the hydrosphere. And this, remember this, these all are very important. Water vapor in atmosphere, rivers, lakes, glaciers, underground water, these all are comprise the hydrosphere. More than 97% of earth water is found in the ocean and it is too salty for human use, and we won't use the ocean water because it is too salty, and it will, if we drink that water, it will damage our kidneys. A large portion of the rest of the water is in the form of ice sheets and glaciers or undergrounds, and a very small percentage is available as fresh water for humans, and this fresh waters also get polluting by this factories or companies. Oceans are the major parts of hydrosphere. They are all interconnected. The ocean waters are always moving. The three chief movements of the ocean water are the waves. Remember, waves, the tides and ocean currents. The five major oceans are Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Southern Ocean, Arctic Ocean, in order of their size. And you can see this is the ocean part, and this is the ocean water, and this is the fresh water available for us. See here, 97.2%, which is ocean water, we not able to drink, and less than we drink, we will use only 0.3% only for fresh water, and stored in ice sheets and groundwater are nearly 2.7%. Five major oceans are the Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Southern Ocean, and the Arctic Ocean in the order of their size. Remember the orders. First one is Pacific Ocean, second Atlantic, third Indian Ocean, fourth is Southern Ocean, fifth one is Arctic Ocean. Pacific Ocean is the largest ocean. It is spread over one third of the earth. Remember, one third of the earth. The Mariana Trench, in the last class we discussed, I think in geology, not in these classes. Mariana Trench, the deepest part of the earth, lies in the Pacific Ocean, and Mariana Trench is the deepest part in the Pacific Ocean, and it is formed due to converging plates, tectonic plates. The Pacific Ocean is almost circular in shape. Asia, Australia, North and South America surrounded it. Look at the map, you can see here. Find out the locations of the continents around the Pacific Oceans. I will show in the map. Atlantic Ocean is the second largest ocean in the world. It is H-shaped. It is flanked by the North and South America on the western side, and Europe and Africa on the eastern side. The coastal line of the Atlantic Ocean is highly indented. You can see the oceans. This is full this Pacific Ocean, and we call this part as also the Pacific Ring of Fire, and this is also the Pacific Ocean. This is Indian Ocean. This is the Arctic Ocean. You can see Atlantic Ocean is in S shape. In the east, in the west, you can see North America, South America. In the west, Africa and Europe, and this is the Southern Ocean. Remember this. The coastline of Atlantic Ocean is highly indented. This irregular and indented coastal line provides ideal location for natural harbors and ports for the point of view of commerce. It is the busiest ocean, and Atlantic Ocean is the busiest ocean because many commerce ships will pass through these oceans, connecting many continents. Indian Ocean is the only ocean named after a country, and we are proud to be Indian, because Indian Ocean is named by the Indian country after a country that is India. Indian Ocean came because of our country. The shape of the ocean is almost triangle, and in the north it is bound by Asia, in the west west by Africa, and in the east by Australia. The southern ocean encircles the continent of Antarctica and extend towards the 60 degrees south latitudes. Arctic Ocean is located within the Arctic Circle and surrounds the North Pole. Remember, it is connected with the Pacific Ocean by the narrow stretch of shallow water known as Bering Strait. Remember this, Bering Strait. It is bound by northern coast of North America and Eurasia. Atmosphere. It is also a major domain of the Earth. The Earth is surrounded by a layer of gas called the atmosphere. You can see these are the layers of the atmosphere. You can see troposphere, which is near to lithosphere, and land we say. Second one is the stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, exosphere. And you can see here the flights will fly in the troposphere, and balloons like parachute will fly in the stratosphere. Mesosphere, rockets or any missiles. And exosphere is where satellites we place satellites in the exosphere. Earth is surrounded by by a layer of gas called atmosphere. This thin blanket of air is an integral and important aspect of the planet. The atmosphere extends up to a height of about 1600 kilometers. Remember this, 1600 kilometers. The atmosphere is divided into 5 layers based on composition, temperature and other properties. Remember this. These are the 5 layers you can see here: troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, exosphere. As we go height, we see this. As we go up, we'll see this: troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, exosphere. We can't see, but this we divided this 5 atmospheres. These layers starting from Earth's surface are called troposphere. The second one is stratosphere. The third one is mesosphere. Fourth one is thermosphere, and fifth one is exosphere. Atmosphere, it is composed of mainly of nitrogen, and nitrogen is consists 78%. After that, oxygen is 21%, and remaining percent is many other gases like argon and carbon dioxide and other gases. And atmosphere is composed mainly of nitrogen and oxygen, which make up about 99%, because 28% is 78% is nitrogen and 21% is oxygen, and remaining 1% is wherever pollutants and wherever other gases. And other gases like carbon dioxide, argon and other comprises 1% by volume. Oxygen is the breath of life, while nitrogen help in growth of living organisms. These both are very important for sustaining our life. Carbon dioxide, though present in minute amount, it is important as it absorbs heat radiated by the earth, thereby keeping the planet warm. And this is also very important gas, carbon dioxide, because it keeps our plant warm. But if it is excess amount, then it will lead to greenhouse effect. It is also essential for growth of plants. The density of the atmosphere varying with height, it is maximum at sea level. Density is maximum at sea level and decreases rapidly as we go up. Remember this. You know the climbers experience problems in breathing due to decrease in density of the air, and you can see in many news channels and who are climbing to Mount Everest, they will carry the cylinders backside of oxygen, because the density of the air is very less at their height. Biosphere, this is a combination of hydrosphere, atmosphere and lithosphere. Biosphere is the narrow zone of contact between the land, water and air. It is in the zone that life that is unique to its plant exists. There are several. The species of organisms that vary in size from microbes and bacteria to huge mammals. All the living organisms, including humans, are linked to each other and to the biosphere for survival. In the biosphere, it is the interaction of 3 zones, and we all use the 3 major domains like atmosphere, lithosphere and hydrosphere to live. The emissions from industries, like these are the pollutions, the thermal power plants, vehicle pollutants pollute the air. Carbon dioxide is the important constituent of air, but increase in amount of CO2 lead to increase in global temperature, and CO2 helps in preparation of food of plants, and it will help in plant earth warm, maintaining earth warm, and if it increases, this will lead to global temperature, increase in global temperature. It is termed as global warming. And there is a need to limit the use of resources of the earth to maintain the balance of natural between the domains of lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere. We have to balance this three because from affecting negative effects like pollutions. We should protect this all the major domains: lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere. And thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe and share my channel, and share if you like the video, and please share with your friends. Thank you.